Everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about what happened last night on SmackDown, and that is the segment between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, where Cody Rhodes relinquishes his opportunity to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the WWE title. I have a lot of emotions about this, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be frank. I'm going to get right to the point. I do not like this. I think it's a horrible I think it's a horrible decision for The Rock to come in now and The Rock to be a part of the board and actually in essence has more power than Triple H, and he can basically trump Triple H in anything that he wants to do creatively. If The Rock wants to do it, he has more pull now than anyone in creative, and he can make it happen. I do not like this. I do not like the fact that Cody Rhodes relinquished his opportunity. I thought it was a really good promo. I thought Cody Rhodes hit a real... You could tell in Cody Rhodes' face, he didn't want to do this. Like, it kind of hurt him. This was a story that they've been building for 2 years now. And that's where I'm upset. You know, I feel like WWE does a lot of stuff where they're building storylines, but there's no payoff to the storyline. Right? We've been dealing with Roman holding that title for years now, and every match is the same thing. Not only does he defend it only like 4 or 5 times a year, the dude barely wrestles, he barely shows up on TV programming, and when he does show up, every match is the same thing. It always ends in some kind of outside interference, disqualification, blah, 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 blah. And you can only do that so much until your viewers tend to kind of get tired of it. And then you have this story, you're making documentaries and everything about Cody Rhodes coming back. You know, the American Nightmare, son of the American Dream. You have to finish your story. And you've been building to this story for years now. And I'm okay with Cody losing last year. If the plan was to build back to that and give him his rematch and basically defeat the big bad, because wrestling is always a story about good versus evil. You know, the good guys win in the end. And to have Roman Reigns just constantly just keep holding on to that title, barely defending it. When he does defend it, you know how the matches are going to end up. It becomes very, very rinse and repeat. And it's absolutely ludicrous to expect your viewers to have any kind of investment into this when you're constantly rehashing the same thing over and over and over. And the Bloodline story has gotten very, very stale. The Bloodline story has 100% gotten absolutely stale. I thought they were going somewhere with this thing when Jimmy and Jay kind of broke up, and that story doesn't even make any sense. How Jimmy is going to attack his own brother because he doesn't want him to end up like Roman, but then like 2 weeks later, he's teaming back up with Roman, which makes absolutely no sense. The Bloodline story in general has gotten absolutely stale. So instead of them having Roman lose the title to Cody, so Cody can finish that story, and then have the Bloodline kind of look at Roman like, you're the tribal chief and you lost the title. Like, why should we follow you? Instead of giving interesting character stories to both Roman and the Bloodline storyline and having Cody finish off that story in which the fans who have been following this for countless years now, instead of them getting payoff, we're getting The Rock versus Roman Reigns. The Rock comes in and he pulls the ultimate Hulk Hogan move. When Hulk Hogan was back in the World Wrestling Federation and WCW, when Hogan had creative control, he did this stuff all the time. Instead of pushing your future talent of your company, pushing your storylines forward, we're going to set it back because we're going to let The Rock, who is now part of the board, who has essentially more power than Paul in creative, he's now going to push that creative card, and he's going to now main event WrestleMania and take Cody's spot. So basically, the build up to finishing the story that they've been trying to tell us for 2 years now, that's irrelevant now. The whole winning the Royal Rumble is irrelevant now, because at the end of the day, you don't win the Royal Rumble and be like, yeah, I'm going to go for the secondary title, you know? I think Seth Rollins did a fantastic job on Raw, trying to kind of put over why the World Heavyweight title means more than the WWE title, but don't fool anybody. It's a secondary title. It's absolutely a secondary title. You can tell that Cody the person really didn't believe all the nonsense that he was talking about in that promo last night. Like he didn't truly believe that, everything that he was saying, but he was very professional. He delivered the promo that he delivered, and he's going to go and probably end up fighting Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, probably winning the World Heavyweight title, but it's just going to feel like a cheap cop-out. The best way I can describe it is, whenever you go to a movie and you're promised something, right? You see all the trailers, you're expecting this movie to deliver on this certain aspect, and you go and the movie is just a dud, and you don't get what you pay for. Or you go to a restaurant and you see this awesome looking dinner on a menu, and you order it, and then it comes to deliver it, and it's just sitting there, and it's like frozen. It's not what you ordered. That is what's going on here. And for anyone who wants to mark out because, oh my God, it's The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, that match could have happened at Crown Jewel. That match could have happened at SummerSlam. It did not need to happen at WrestleMania. They could have easily had Cody come in, win the title, and then Roman doesn't have anything left to cling on to. And Roman's like, well, I'm still head of the table. And The Rock goes, nah, bitch, come in. I am the head of the table. I am the true tribal chief. And then you break Roman down to his essence. And then you have to see where this guy is going to go. What is Roman going to do now? He lost the title, lost all that stuff. But they didn't decide to go that way because The Rock wants to throw in his creative control because he's part of the head of the board now. And then he's going to come in here like we've seen Hulk Hogan and so many older wrestlers from back in the day. One of the reasons why WCW failed was people like what The Rock is doing now, where they constantly want to push their agendas and their motives because they think that they're still banking and marketable. Also, by the way, how is Black Adam doing? Just thought, how did Black Adam do? The Rock isn't as marketable as he used to be. That is just fact. So you're going to take away from building future talent like Cody Rhodes and finishing off a storyline that we've been building for a couple years, so you can go ahead and push The Rock, who shouldn't be in the ring anyway. The Rock should not be in the ring anyway. But yeah, he's going to come in, and now everybody is marking out. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's The Rock, man, blah, 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 blah. It's absolutely ludicrous. It's ludicrous. This is a horrible decision by WWE. They got a lot other bigger things going on in the world over there. They have all kinds of allegations and lawsuits and so on and so forth. And I don't know if this was something that they're doing just to kind of throw a monkey wrench in to get people talking about this other than that. But I think if you're a true hardcore wrestling fan, you look at this and you look at it side eye like this doesn't make no sense creatively. This makes no sense in terms of where the business is going. And this is just basically a power move that we've seen Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson do, that we saw Hulk Hogan do countless times in the past. Instead of pushing new talent, he is just putting his authority over everything else for his own benefit. And I think if you are a hardcore wrestling fan, you see that because you live through that. If you're just a mark and you're marking out for it, then you're just a regular sheep, just like everybody else that is just marking out about it. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Feel sorry for Cody. I wish he would go back to AEW. I really wish he would go back there and finish that story. Finish the story that you started. I would like to see that personally. But yeah, this is a problem that WWE has all the time. That they continually just bury good talent like Dolph Ziggler, Samoa Joe, Sami Zayn. None of these guys get any recognition and get put on top because they constantly have to do stuff like this. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I wonder what you guys think. Smash that like and subscribe button. And until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms. Thank you for watching.